Hey guys, welcome to the Tuff Buff. This is Daniel speaking. Today I have for you a deck called Big Texas. This is a deck that Brandon Smiley piloted to a win in the Houston Regionals back in 2013. I think it was 2013. Right after Worlds. So like the Virizion Genesect, Blastoise, and Darkrai and Plasma. Meta. This deck is meant to counter all four of those decks, but I kind of changed it up a little bit to beat Blastoise as well because, well, I mean, I already said it counters Blastoise, but it doesn't counter Blastoise. It actually gets destroyed by Blastoise. It has a fighting chance if they draw bad, but besides that, it gets destroyed. So here for you, I have a version of Big Texas that I built to beat everything in Legacy. So here's your Legacy Wednesday for you. So the idea of the deck is you have Terrakion with Pump Up Smash. Attach 2 basic energy cards from your hand to your benched Pokemon in any way you like. And you have Victini EX with Turbo Energize. Search your deck for 2 basic energy cards and attach them to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. So what you do is you Turbo Energize on turn 1, either with one of your 8 fires. Oh, that's 3 fires, duh. Either with one of your 3 fires, or with your Rainbow Energy, or with your Victory Piece, which allows Victini X to attack for free. Now, you put 2 fightings on your Terrakion, you start using Pump Up Smash, set up another Terrakion on your bench, so even if one gets knocked out, you have another one. And eventually you have a field of Pokemon so massive that your opponent can't win. So you have Victini and V-Piece here. Turn 1, Turbo Energize to a benched Victini. Next turn, attach Victory Piece to your active Victini, Intensifying Burn versus Virizion Genesect. Next turn, Intensifying Burn again, and then they have no attacker, so you get one more Intensifying Burn and you win. Versus Darkrai, you have 2 Pump Up Smash Terrakion to just spam. You Turbo Energize turn 1, Pump Up Smash 90, which is a one-shot on Darkrai. And then you have Land Crush and Retaliate Terrakion versus Darkrai to kind of win the prize trade. Like, end them to 1 after giving them their 7th prize here. And then you have Drifblim and Drifloon. So, I ran this one because pull, if I had to switch the defending Pokemon with one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So, that's like a kind of a sneaky attack. It's just a card I'm using in Legacy. And then any damage done to Drifloon by attacks is reduced by 20. It's not that good, but it's a Drifloon you can attack with, unlike this one. I know it only has 50 HP compared to the 70 HP one, but the HP on the Drifloon doesn't matter because if they're going to knock it out, they're going to knock it out. And we play 2 Drifblim. Drifting Bloom, this Pokemon's attacks cost 1 less for each of your opponent's Team Plasma Pokemon in play. So versus TDK, Speed, Lugia, any of those decks, you just discard a special energy, attach to the defending Pokemon, do 70 with Derail for 0 energy. And then late game, you use Shadow Steel, 50 times the number of special energy cards in your opponent's discard. And you play 2 Enhanced Hammer. So you get a bunch of energies in their discard, and then you start hitting them for massive damage for very cheap. Now, the thing that beats Blastoise is that in this card, I didn't even know, well, this pair of cards I didn't know existed until I saw it in Jimmy Ballard's old decks, since he had a deck built around this combi, but it's Vespiquen. First of all, prevent all damage done to your bench grass Pokemon by attacks. Now, that's not that big a deal, but it could matter versus TDK or something, but I doubt it would ever be a real thing. But then Combi does, if Vespiquen is on your bench and has any damage counters on it, it does 20 plus 60, and the defending Pokemon is now poisoned. So you do 80 damage, and they're poisoned. So versus Blastoise Keldeo, you're doing 160 damage, and then poisoning them, bringing them to 170 to get a one-shot with a 30 HP Pokemon for 1 energy. Now, yeah, they could just bring up your Vespiquen, kill it, but you could just Super Rod it back in, and it does need to have damage on it, but that's why we play the 1 Rainbow Energy, to put damage on it. Now, I know this isn't this is a 4-card, well, pretty much a 5-card investment into one matchup, but I think it's pretty necessary because we could just discard them, and we could just discard them if we don't end up needing them. And then the deck plays an energy search to get out whatever energy you need. It's mostly to, since we play 3 Skyla, it's to grab out one of your fires to Turbo Energize, but it could be used for anything really. 2 Enhanced Hammer, as I mentioned before, 2 Junk Arm to get back any of these guys, 3 Catcher, 2 Random Receiver to get out our supporters, and we could junk arm for it. And random receiver is just good in this format because if you have a random receiver in your hand, Smeargle can't portrait it. A Super Rod to get back whatever Pokemon we lose, and our basic energies. 3 switch because there's a big switching problem in this deck. If you're stuck with a 1 Pokemon active and it's undesired, then you could lose. 4 Ultra Ball, sort our guys out. 4 N, 4 Juniper, the 3 Skyla, Tropical Beach, and Victory Piece as our ace spec. So that is the Big Texas deck, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in a game. Alright guys, we got into a game. I see Dark, Metal, Psychic, Water. My first instinct is a Darkrai deck with Jirachi, either Mr. Mime or Garb, and Keldeo, and we get to go first. I do want to go first. That's my first instinct here, but we'll see what it turns out to be. This hand's pretty nuts, actually. Sorry about that. Oh, we could totally laser donk this egg. Too bad we don't play lasers. But let's Ultra Ball this Drifloon and this Vespiquen, 2 Pokemon that we will rarely use in this matchup, if at all. Get out our little pump-up smasher here. Bench him. Gonna play down the beach. Attach a fire to Victini. Play N. Ooh. Well, this isn't too good. We can only beach for 2, but so what? We don't need much. Cool, and we hit a Juniper and a Catcher anyways. So... Collector. This could also be just a Sableye. Oh no, not this. I mean, luckily I play Pump Up Smash, so I have like an unlimited amount of energy, pretty much, versus this deck. But man, if this isn't an annoying deck. Well, he's already off to a bad start, I guess. Giving him the Tropical Beach is annoying. Alright, so he used 2 Junk Arms. I don't think he cares because he's Sableye, but... I mean, if I could kill the Sableye next turn, then... Man, this guy just doesn't care because he can Beach. Ugh. If I had known what deck it was, maybe the Beach would have been... Maybe the Beach would have been... better to hold, but yeah, that doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna Skyla. I will grab a I think I'm gonna go for probably gonna go for Ultra Ball. Actually, I'll grab the Catcher just to be safe. Nah, I'll grab the Ultra Ball. Pretty much grabbing the Ultra Ball just to hold it in hand. I'm gonna put this energy back here on this Terrakion, and then I'm gonna Turbo Energize. Oh wait, oops. I almost messed that up. I gotta play the Enhanced Hammer, obviously. Take an energy off the Sableye back there. And now I'll Turbo Energize. What you need for that Tropical Beach? Sorry, buddy. Not happening. I will send you a mad face. Alright, so that's the Terrakion here set up. If I can Pump Up Smash and get 2 energies on this other Terrakion, I shouldn't have to worry too much about ever losing to this deck because they can only discard so many energies a turn. Nice. This is one deck that pretty much died out after Verusian Genesect came out, or at least, for some reason, just no one played it. I don't know if it did die out or if people were just against playing it, but I didn't see it at all at regionals. What I did see was a Darkrai Hammer Time version that didn't run Garb. It was just straight up Darkrai Sableye. Justin Sanchez and I played this in the City Championships format. I'm not sure if another set came out in that format, but I know that that we were pretty much the only two people I know of to play it. A Darkrai Garbodor deck would end up winning Virginia Regionals. Michael Pramawat, back in 2013-14 season, but it didn't end up really doing much else besides that. It was only like a temporarily good deck, I guess. Add me. We can trade up. I'm not trading my beach, buddy. I only have my 3. Anyways, the Sableye deck pretty much died out. Dustin Zimmerman had a good thing going with his Hover Toxin, and I guess people just either the skill level of the deck was too high for people to really comprehend, or maybe people just thought that the format wasn't very fitting for the Sableye deck. But I'm not sure. I just know this guy is wasting 3 Junk Arms and a Dowsing on Crushing Hammers, and he hit 1 heads out of all that. He has 1 card left, the Juniper. I mean, I'm not really sure if he would deck out. Probably not. The cool thing is, with Victory Piece, I can Intensifying Burn for 50 every turn. And while 50 is not a lot, it is... What? This guy's deck is pretty cool, actually. But anyways, while 50 is not a lot, it is a... it is damage, and it does take no energy. So, he probably plays the Tool Scrapper to get around it, but my point is, it would still be an option, an interesting one. I don't know who he's second sighting right now. Probably himself, but maybe me. Yeah, he second sighted me, even though I have the Juniper. And then he beached. So I'm gonna try and kill the Slowking, probably. He does have a second one, but whatever. Yeah, I'll go for the Slowking. I'm gonna play Ultra Ball. Discarding combis, because I don't need them for this matchup. I'm gonna get Drifloon. Because eventually I want to get out Drifblim. Since he has the rainbows in his deck, apparently. Come on, man. He has rainbows in his deck, so Drifblim takes 1 energy to attack. So that will be interesting. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to whiff a fighting here. I should have 6 more in my deck with a energy search. So hopefully I do not end up whiffing a fighting here. There we go. And we got the Drifblim we wanted, so that's a prize. I don't have a basic energy card, but hopefully we can end up beating this deck. It's going to be tough. The nature of the deck is a deck that kind of lets you take prizes and then ends you, and then you have a very low hand with no supporter. But if he can't replace my Tropical Beach anytime soon, I'm kind of immune to Slowking. So that's a thing. Oh, hey, he got out his Palkia. How much HP? 160. Take 2 prizes when you knock out a legend, I think. And discard all medals. Add the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck to his or her prizes. Choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Put that Pokemon and all cards attached to it to your opponent's hand. Alright, so And a Darkrai he benched. I think I discarded my second catcher, which really sucks. If I can hit another catcher here, I can bring up that Darkrai, take 2 prizes. That'll be pretty sick. If not, I have a prize on his execute this turn. And then I still have the Darkrai for my pickings. I'm scared though of Palkia and Dialga Legend, because if he gets to attack with it, dude, why is this guy talking to me so much? Anyways, because if this guy attacks with it, he's gonna add the top 2 cards in my deck to my prizes, which I can't really do. I can't really let that happen. Oh, he's weak to fire though, so I could just one-shot him with Victini and take the 2 prizes if he does play them, and he wasted 3 energies doing so. So, I think my deck kind of counters him. At least the way he has it built, because I'm sure that not every version is going to run the Palkia, but this is just the way he has it built. Come on, dude. Hurry it up. I'm going to avoid benching him because of the 4 retreat cost. And the fact that he'll only hit 90, which isn't bad, but I already have 2 guys hitting 90 that are fighting with 3 retreat costs, and I don't want to get stuck with him active. So I think we'll put the rainbow back here. And then we could pump up smash, put a second energy on him, and hold the ends in our hand, which I think I'll do. Kind of worried about putting the energy on him, but whatever. We will be fine. Cool. So we could Skyla for energy search if he crushing hammers us, which I don't think is possible this turn. 3 junk arms, 2 crushings, and a dowsing in his discard. So I mean, it is possible, but it's unlikely that he'll be able to do it without a junk hunt first. I'm assuming he only plays rainbows for junk hunt, and he can't get those back if I keep enhanced hammering him. Oh, one thing is that I would run Lost Remover in here over Enhanced Hammer, but I literally don't own a single Lost Remover, which kind of sucks, but what are you going to do, you know? Also, any turn he's attaching to Sableye, he's not attaching to Palkia Dialga here, so that's pretty solid. I could Skyla for an energy search, or I could Skyla for a random receiver. He's going to junk hunt here for the Lost Remover probably, and a junk arm. Or just for 2 junk arms because of the eggs. You probably always just get 2 junk arms. Or dowsing. Yeah, that makes sense. To get back a supporter too, if need be. How many energies? Dude, stop talking to me, bro. I'm gonna Skyla for the energy search and not play it. I'm just gonna wait till next turn. This guy's ridiculous. Stop, dude. Alright, so I'm pretty poised to take this game. He could always end me in second sight, but I still have the beach in play for the time being. He's not junk hunting this turn, which is something. He's kind of controlling my top deck still, but like I said, I still have the Tropical Beach, which is pretty solid. If he does get off the Palkia attack, I have um, my Victini almost ready to go to one-shot him, so I can avoid the Palkia attack. Or so I can avoid the Palkia attack, as in taking 2 prizes after he places them. So I'm pretty much just drawing the top 2 cards in my deck. And also, one thing he might do is second sight 2 good cards into my prizes, and then I can probably hit them off the knockout that I get. So my prizes are going to be good, meaning I get to draw 2 good cards instead of 2 bad ones. So if he's smart and he notices that my Victini... Oh, no, because it's not a Pokemon EX, dude. It's a legend, so I'm only hitting 50, so I'm not one-shotting him. Yeah, that's going to be scary. If he gets that thing set up, it's going to be pretty tough. I didn't think about that. Oh, man, my hand's trash. Alright, and the guy scoops, I guess. He was probably... I don't doubt that he would have won that. I don't know why he scooped. Maybe because he played End and forgot to use the Junk Arm and Dowsing or something. But anyways, that's the deck, guys. As you can see, it's supposed to, you know, have options for multiple decks. I kind of started it out as how I would have faced Darkrai, but it ended up being a Sableye deck, not a Darkrai deck. But it's a very simple deck to use. So build it. Hopefully you have the Combi and the Vespiquen and some of these cards, because I know a lot of them are pretty much not really played. Thanks Brandon Smiley, John Kettler, whoever else ended up building the deck back in 2014 and 2013. Thanks Legacy for allowing me to play this deck again. I got second at a city championships with it back in 2013-14 because I was trolling and decided to play it. I ended up losing to like this random deck that ended up being like the one deck that could actually beat mine. But yeah, so that's the deck. Thanks for watching. Build the deck. Comment below whether you like it or not. Maybe if it needs some changes. Let me know if the Combi and Vespiquen combo is good. If I should go to a 2-2 instead of a 3-1. What have you. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on Friday for the tournament. See ya.